Hello, American literature students. It is Friday, April the 17th, and we have finished with The Moon is Down. So what are we going to do today, Mr. Roff? What's our lesson for today? Well, today we're going to conduct and perform on-demand writing number 2. Whoop, that is the eraser, not the underliner. So writing number 2, Over the Moon is Down, that's going to focus primarily on chapters 5 through 8. So I just wanted to make a quick video to remind you about the focus of this particular assignment. This is exactly the same process that you followed for on-demand writing number 1. So if you want to go back to the video that I made and posted on Friday, April the 3rd, you can find the link to that still on Google Classroom. You can go back and look at that. It's going to talk about this process in much more detail. For today, just want to give you a few reminders. We've been using the SOAR method. Today's method, or today's letter, S-O-A-R, is all about the respond. So you're going to spend time responding to some questions, or one particular question, from chapters 5 through 8 of The Moon is Down. And there's really 2 paragraphs that you're going to build. And for those of you who lost points on the first on-demand writing, it's because you didn't really build 2 paragraphs. You answered one of the 2 steps in the process. You didn't fulfill both. And so the first part is to answer the question using specific references and details from the text. So you're going to focus primarily on the text. Part number 2, and this is the part that many people missed, is that you need to explain whether or not you're going to receive, reject, or redeem the worldview that's presented within chapters 5 through 8 for whatever prompt you select. Okay, and if you want to remember what it looks like to receive, reject, or redeem, that information's all right here on the assignment sheet. By the way, I'm annotating on the exact assignment sheet that you're going to see in Google Classroom. So the 3 prompts for today, and there are 3 to choose from. You're only picking one. Don't do all 3. Only picking one. Prompt number 1, why does Mayor Orden willingly accept his execution and become a martyr for his town? So this is focusing on being a martyr. Why does he willingly do that? In your response, discuss the motivation or purpose for the action based on what the character says or does. And then how should we respond? Okay, so this is paragraph part 2 to Orden's view of martyrdom. Option number 2, why does Colonel Lancer choose to follow the orders he receives even though he knows the orders will bring failure? In your response, you're going to also discuss his motivation, and then again, how should we respond to Lancer's view? And then finally, the third prompt is maybe the most unique of the three. It's really about Steinbeck both highlighting the beauty of democracy as well as some instances where Steinbeck's depiction of democracy might not be accurate. So you're going to have to take a stand on the fact that maybe this portrayal of democracy is somewhat ideal. And so you're going to look at some elements from the story that highlight that lack of ideal democracy. Regardless of which prompt you select, you're going to do your typing in the space provided. Now, just a reminder, this space expands. So if you're looking at the sheet and you're like, Mr. Roff, that's a tiny little amount of space to write in, don't worry, it's going to get bigger as you type on the document. And you'll turn this exact document into Google Classroom. Again, another reminder, the rubric that I'm using to grade these is a 10-point rubric. 10, 9 through 8 is proficient, developing is a 7, and beginning or less. And you can look at the indicators that would suggest your performance on that rubric. Now, the last thing that'll be posted on the Google Classroom today, besides the video and the assignment, is going to be this sample answer. And again, this sample answer looks at the process that I went through answering a prompt for the Call of the Wild chapters 1 through 3. Everything in blue is my literary analysis. Everything in green, which is here, is my response. So remember, it's 2 parts. It's the literary analysis, and then it's the response. And I will put this exact example back on Classroom for you to take a look at. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I do want to let you know where we're headed next. So on Monday, April 20th, we're going to be starting a new story. And I'll head back to this assignment so I can write the name of that book down. Okay, we're actually going to be reading together a play. Let's see if, well, it's not going to let me. We're going to be reading The Crucible. Sorry, my Apple Pencil decided to disconnect, and it still doesn't want to work. So anyway, we're going to be reading The Crucible coming up next. The Crucible by Arthur Miller. If you have a copy of the play, great. If you don't, that's okay too. I think my Apple Pencil just reconnected, did it? Yes, all right, here we go. The play is called The Crucible. And it'll be our last story that we get to read together this year. We'll start on Monday. We'll do some background on Monday. Tuesday, we will begin reading. And I'll have tons of information about the play for you on Tuesday. Anyway, that's it for now. Remember, on-demand assignment number 2, chapters 5 through 8, 2 paragraphs, type in the space provided. I'm looking forward to reading these. They're going to be due on Monday. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.